There's one. Set for stun.
Three guys sitting in a dark room that smells like bad cucumbers.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Inconceivable!
Now featuring 11 listeners.
This is the Unique Geek.
You slimy scumbag, get on your face and give me 25.
This is the Unique Geek.
And welcome to another edition of 50 Days of Dragon Con, the podcast that is living its inner child day to day. And
Every day.
joining me, as always, is our favorite child, Leigh. I don't know what that means.
Your favorite, very impressionable and highly energetic, not person. No, like I always says, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes, and
John. Yes, and 6 days, John.
days till what?
Dragon Con.
What's Dragon Con?
6. That thing you're flying to Atlanta for.
Going to Atlanta for.
Mm-hmm.
What is all this you're talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you have
Yes,
no
so
idea
it's
what
less
you're
than
doing.
6 days, less than well, by the time you hear this, it'll probably be about 5 or
So-ish. Yeah.
well, I mean, those of
Which
you
is
listening on audio locally, days to Dragon Con. Yes, thank you, Lemon. Thanks. Everyone keeps reminding me.
boy, oh boy. It's kind of hard. And I just want to say, if you're a fan of the magicians, there are a whole lot of actors coming. So I'm very happy for you. I don't even know them all. I just keep seeing the magicians, and like the guest by date. So you guys go and look, because I don't know who everybody will be happy about. I didn't see Noah Wiley.
Was he?
No, wait.
Was
Noah
he?
Wiley no, that's the librarian.
Here's the
Oops.
librarians. Yeah, that's what.
See, this is how my brain doesn't work sometimes. Because, John, it's countdown. We are
Countdown.
6 days.
Days.
You
We're
and
not-
I have both had kids.
Yeah. Well, not now. I have adults, but yes.
Yes, both of us have adults, but we've had kids. And 6 days is about where, like, kids can start kind of seeing the endpoint. Because, like, Christmas, when they get to those advent calendars, we don't get this 25 days. Although, Dragon Con, good idea. Kids' advent calendars. Woohoo! For Dragon Con. But kids are counting down too, especially if they are excited, which Dragon Con excites us all. And here's the person who has to
There we
deal with
go.
all those excited children.
I was waiting for you to get to some place where we could
Yeah.
introduce
This is
Jonathan.
This is Jonathan McFarland. He is the director of Kids Track. Hi, Jonathan.
Hello.
We are so glad you could come and talk to us tonight. Okay.
So impressed with your transition skills.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you
I
so
know,
much.
right?
I
It's
was
like
good.
I may have spent 1 or 2 hours on that, and then
Yeah, all of 2 minutes. I
and
didn't
all
even.
for
bet-
all
I
for the
didn't even.
anyway, whatever.
Woo.
Thank you.
All
I'll
for
take
the
it as a
love,
compliment.
all for the love and joy of Dragon Con, so we can share it with everyone. Jonathan. Oh wow, you get them all. You get the really, really excited ones. So, what is Kids Track, and how did this kind of come into being at Dragon Con?
Yeah, Kids Track started many moons ago before I was attending the con. It was called Kaleidoscope.
Mhm.
And it was run a little bit more like a traditional fan track back then, a lot of panels. And late 90s, or sorry, late teens, you can tell I'm properly old.
Right.
Late teens into our apocalypse year in 2020. And then since then, we've been focusing a little bit more on events and activities because,
Mhm.
as I'm sure most of us know, kids, especially younger kids, don't like sitting around listening to people talk about things very much.
Yeah.
Not usually anyway. So, yeah, we started running all kinds of activities. So now the thrust of the Kids
Mhm.
Track is really to provide some support and some entertainment and some value to Dragon Con families as they are coming to the con. And we are really working on yeah, building programming for kids of all ages and for families to enjoy together.
That's really awesome. So what do you, because the YA, young adult and preteens and tweens and all of that, I have given up. I don't have to think about that right now. But what ages are you talking about for Kids Track?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, good.
I can't make any guarantees about customer satisfaction for infants, although usually they're happy just to be there. But yeah, we've got some we've got some programming for real little kids. We've got a family friendly dance that's all ages and
Mhm.
is good to get the wiggles out Sunday afternoon. And we've got a put on like a little family playroom after the parade down in our track room, and our track
Oh,
rooms are down in the lower level of the Hyatt International Tower.
hmm,
Actually, this year all of our programming is in the Hyatt, even the big stuff. All the ballrooms are in the Hyatt, so we will be in that hotel the whole time.
that's
But
really
we go
cool.
all the way up to um, the tweens and the teens, and then even we've started running late night uh, programming a couple of the nights for parents and doing panels on parenting topics.
Okay, that's very cool. Um, so I'm sorry, I just heard this. You do something after the parade. I guess that's because small people have been watching, and then they need to kind of like get their yayas out, which is what I call it because it's better than some of the things I could call it now that I'm old. But I mean, what do you do? What kids play area? Because that just jumped at me.
Yeah, so that is we pretty much just put out some free play stuff. We have last year we had scarves, balls, a little tunnel for them to crawl through. And I
Aw.
think one year we went with the classic um, cardboard boxes and markers and things, and that was a hit. But yeah, and it ends up being chaos. Obviously, the parents are still responsible for watching and reining in their kids as needed, but
Right.
we provide a space and some toys and some tools to help them after maybe being out in the sun for a while, be in a nice cool space. I will warn people: the lower level of the Hyatt International Tower gets cold. They blast the AC down there a bit, which I love, and a lot of people enjoy, especially when they're coming in from the
Mm,
outside. But if you're prone to getting cold and you're going to be enjoying anything that we're putting on down there, you might want to bring a
a
hoodie or
jacket.
something. Yeah,
Yeah, hoodie, something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, you just brought something up, and I do want to say this. Kids track, nor YA, lit, or any other track allows you to just dump kids and be there. This is Dragon Con, folks. You don't get to take your kids and sit them in kids track and go do it. That's not babysitting. And I'm saying this because PJ Maddox, who used to be the director of Kids Track, would find me if I didn't say this. So you have to stay there and watch your kids, you
I
know?
I petitioned to start up kind of a Goblin King program, um,
Ooh,
where we kept the children that were there and sort of created a little army of Dragon Con kid chaos warriors, and I got vetoed. So until that program is in place, we cannot accept drop offs.
that's exactly right. And, again, I always like those signs when I go some places that children left unattended will be given a free espresso and a puppy.
Mhm.
Because boy, oh boy, that's a little scary of a thought for me. Because boy, oh boy, would he have taken both, my son. So yeah, I think because he'd be like, all right, I don't like this coffee thing, but adults drink it, so I'll do it. That would have totally been my child at 6 and 7 and 8. I mean, just right there with it. And he's been going to Dragon Con. He's 26 now. He's been going all but 2 years.
That's awesome.
So that's really awesome. So now you talked about the family friendly dance, but I kind of want to start at the beginning. But so what are things that you're going to do starting like Thursday going all the way through?
Yeah. So Thursday we run programming just in the 7 p.m. slot. Um,
Okay.
we have kind of we have a panel that we do Thursday for how to Dragon Con with kids, and that's aimed for parents and families who are either newer to Dragon Con or are coming with children either for the first time or starting um, to bring them back maybe when they're older. Talk about the best places to go to keep their kids entertained or good places to stop and get a breather, have some snacks or whatever. Um, Thursday night, we're also trying out a new activity called Intro to Board Game Design, where we're going to take some classic mass market games and maybe add some rules and make them weird and try out some things. And then we've got some stuff that we have been bringing back the past 3 or 4 years. So Friday afternoon, we're going to be running Among Us in Real Life, which is like a social deduction game, like Werewolf or Mafia, but we add in carnival games, sort of things that are themed around Among Us.
Okay.
And yeah, Saturday, our big kind of events throughout the day are fort building. This will be in Regency
Ooh.
5. We've got a fort building contest. We'll be running 2 sessions during the afternoon, and then that night at 8:30 we'll be doing an after dark fort building, which is all ages, no kids required, although they're not obviously barred from coming in and enjoying. That is the evening fort building is pay to win. And so there will be extra materials and supplies that you can use to build your fort on top
Ooh.
of what you get normally, but it will require a donation to the Dragon Con charity, NAMI.
Yes. And yes, NAMI is our charity this year. Again, we keep talking about that. They will also have the buckets in their room. We talked about that in the blue screen. And our friend Red Nerd is like, so when are you getting Bluey as a special guest?
We're
And
way ahead of you. We had
oh,
Bluey
great.
as a special guest last year, and Bluey is
Oh,
scheduled to come back. So we are, let me double check my time so I don't tell you wrong here.
wait, you have like the costume character Bluey shows up?
We have actual Bluey. Yeah. No costume, actual Bluey. So Friday at 11:30 in the morning, Bluey is going to be
Right.
doing a meet and greet in the Hyatt International
Mm-hmm.
Tower down in Roswell, which is on the lower level of that tower. That's a chance to come in, get a picture with Bluey, interact with them. We're going to be doing the same thing in the same place the next day, Saturday at 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Sunday morning, we have our annual character encounter that starts at
Let's see.
10, and Bluey will be a part of that. We have, I think we're up to about 70 characters
Oh my goodness.
that are going to be coming this year, and so that'll be in Regency 5 as well. So if you want to come
Awesome.
and meet some
That's fun. I'm
characters from all different properties, get some photos, that's a time to do it.
I love that because you're in Regency 5, you got some more space. Yay, space.
Yeah.
That's really important. 70. This started from just like Disney princesses or other princesses. And now, like,
Yeah.
you have superheroes, you got Bluey.
We got everybody. We have Marvel, DC, the
Mm-hmm.
501st comes and helps out. We got the droid
Oh,
builders who come
mhm.
and bring BB-8 and R2 and all of them with them.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
I think we got some cool ones this year. I believe we've got a Jack Skellington and oh no, I forgot her name. That's embarrassing. From Nightmare Before Christmas.
Sally?
Um, coming this year. Yeah,
Is
so
her
we
name Sally?
Sally. That's right. That's right.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. So we've got some folks from different properties. Certainly, all the popular ones. We've got a bunch of Disney princesses, some characters from Encanto, and
Oh, lovely.
yeah, and some of the classic Disney princesses, as well as a lot of the Marvel and DC heroes.
And I just, as we talk about Marvel and DC and all of that, I love that Marvel now owns the Alien franchise. And all I can think of is so the Alien Queen is
Mhm.
the evil queen, the villain. And Ripley is the awesome stepdaughter who is going to make sure the queen is taken out. So they don't bring that up there, y'all. I'm not saying that. I just kind of love it that that's a part of it. And the fort building you talked about
Yeah.
couple of years ago, we brought my nephew, who was at that point 7-ish, 6 to 8, somewhere in there, and he thought the fort building was the greatest thing in the whole wide world. He was like, "We got to take up chairs, and we made it as big as we could." And Uncle Andrew said we couldn't go higher, and it was hilarious. He was telling
Safety
me
first.
all about the fort. Yes, he loved it. So That four building folks, they enjoy it a great deal, and I always think that's great. Okay, so we talked about a little bit about Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday we talked about the after the parade. What else? Anything else you want to share between on Saturday or any other day?
We got lots and lots of stuff planned. Saturday. Oh, so yeah, something this year that's new, that's
Hmm.
really cool is that Dad's Garage is partnering with Kids Track, and they're going to be putting
Oh,
on two family-friendly improv shows and doing a kids improv workshop with Kids Track this year. So um, the shows are
Hmm.
7 p.m. on Friday,
Hmm.
and it is the what's the name of it? Oh, here it is. Wowie Zowie Interactive Family Show.
Okay.
Promises to be amazing. So that's in Centennial Ballroom Friday at 7.
Hmm.
They're going to be doing another performance of that on Sunday, and then Saturday afternoon down in our track rooms, they're going to be doing the improv workshop, which is all free.
That is great, and that is all free. And Dad's Garage, for people who are not in Atlanta, is the local kind of best improv group around Atlanta. It's wonderful to see them. I know they are. I'm pretty sure they're putting on something for some other tracks that will be at later nights,
Yeah.
late times, which are for adults. Which is, y'all know what all that means. So good. And I love that y'all are in the basement of the Hyatt. The good reason about that is because
I was gonna say fun fact about Dad's Garage. I went
oh,
to art school.
Cool.
very cool, very cool.
and
Uh,
and live with them for
yeah, and live with them for a
as
while.
a
Now, see, this is something
roommate.
new. I didn't know this. Mm, Tallahassee, awesome. Really, that's kind of cool, John. That's a thing I did not know about you.
It must be nice to live with somebody who will never disagree and always just yes ands everything. Got to be
Well,
good for your self
that was
esteem.
not necessarily the case, I don't think,
Ah,
but we got along.
Yeah, well, he's a wonderful person. That is always awesome. But I also like you talked about things to do in Atlanta and stuff like that. Just FYI, folks, if you don't want to spend any money and you can bring a bathing suit and a change of clothes, if you just gotta let them get their yayas out, go down to Centennial Park. The fountains will be going, and just let them carefully walk because it is brick and concrete, y'all. But carefully walk around and have fun and get their yayas out down there. If you got another, got hour or two, you want to wear them out before they'll maybe take a nap or calm down, so you can go to one of your panels and then take them to the kids track and get them all hyped up again. So that's really cool. Okay, so there's that. And now Sunday, you were talking about the everything else. What about Monday? What's your big ticket event on Monday?
Monday's a little bit calmer. We do Monday
Yes.
morning. We do a Play-Doh battle royale, which is for the old nerds in the
Mm-hmm.
audience. If there are any, they may remember a very old game called Clayorama that was published in Dragon magazine a long time ago. And it was basically a
Oh,
very simple set of rules for how to take some Play-Doh, make a little monster, give it some stats, and do a very simple little war game with your Play-Doh monsters. And so we've adapted that and made it a little bit more consistent so the kids don't get upset with crazy, weird rules. And they get to make little Play-Doh monsters and do some kid-friendly wargaming in the track room.
sounds. Oh, wow, that
We'll
sounds really
also
cool.
we'll also have while that's running, there'll also be some free play areas where kids can just uh, play with some Play-Doh or draw and color.
Georgia.
You know,
Mhm.
kids with younger siblings who maybe aren't going to be wanting to make their guys fight, like having a place to play.
That'll be really cool. And the coloring, yay! Again, we're talking about charity. Just to hit, just to hit it. One of the things charity does is a coloring book. The proceeds go to charity. It'll be at the charity. I don't want to call it booth, but it's on the bottom floor of the Marriott.
Yep.
Not the actual bottom, but almost the bottom. I cannot remember what that's called, y'all. It's not the lobby level. It's at least one. It's one below the lobby level at the Marriott. Now I remember. So those, I love them. They're great. They're great gifts if you have other little children you want to give them to, or maybe you want to give them to your kids. All of a sudden they show up somewhere. It'll keep them entertained, and it's a lot of fun. So please, please, please think about doing that. Okay, yeah, I love the. How many have tried to eat the Play-Doh when you've done this? Just curious.
I think we're at 0. I don't know that we've now. Admittedly, I'm running around, trying to oversee a couple of Play-Doh war games, and so if kids are
Mhm.
sneaking little bites under the table or whatever, I may miss it. So, that's okay. It'll come out one way or the other.
It really actually is pretty non-toxic, y'all. It
Yeah, it's fine.
may make an interesting color as it goes through the GI tract, but it'll be fine.
Just another example of how supervising the children is still on the parents.
It's still on the parents. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, John, you've got to talk to him for a second because I'm about to cough on mic.
Yeah. Kung Pao Kirby, also known, says there's got to be other active things going on. Say, Saturday Eve, that kids can get out some energy. Knowing Sarah, I suspect it's something that she's working on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got some really amazing partners helping the track this year. Obviously, Dad's Garage is one of them. Another is the DC Dragon Con Theater Lovers Group, who have been doing a phenomenal job of putting on like stage production themed programming for a lot of different tracks. They've been helping out the kids track now for a couple of years. And absolutely Saturday, what time do we have that at? 5:30 p.m. down in our open space track room, again down the Hyatt International Tower. We've got a kids learning Dance Through Life from Wicked. They're gonna get a full tutorial and be able to do some performing. And the Theater Lovers Group is also putting on a panel for us on Friday that is all about how to either get your kid involved with theater activities, or if they are interested and or already involved, how to support them and kind of cultivate that interest and that passion and to help it grow.
That is wonderful. A lot of kids love theater. My oldest nephew loves it. Been in it forever and ever and ever. My youngest nephew did it once this past year and said, Aunt Leigh, that's just too much work. I was like, dude, you play soccer and run up and down a field, but acting is too much work. Do you, buddy? I'm like, I mean, what, John?
I was gonna say it can be.
It can be. It can be a lot of work. Yeah, it can be a lot of work. And not trying to downplay that, Sarah
Life
Rose.
isn't
I'm not
just hands
downplaying it.
workers. Sometimes it's soft hands workers.
And then jazz hands.
Yeah, bring your kids to the theater activities. It'll be like the performance salt mines. We'll put them to work.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Is there a dance that goes along with this song from Wicked, or do we know?
Yes. Let me double check and make sure that I'm telling you right.
As much confidence as you can.
So I have been furiously engaged in scheduled Tetris recently, and
that's
so
always fun.
in our effort to make sure everything gets moved around to the correct time and place, I just want to make sure I'm telling you all right.
Sarah says it's choreographed.
Yeah. Yep. Dance workshop. No experience needed.
Or chronographed is actually what you put first, and then choreographed.
Choreographed. Yeah, whatever. It's all good.
It is going to follow linear time. I did make that a requirement for all of the activities and events this year because we had some temporal issues last year. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose any time
Yeah,
between back.
yeah, you start messing around with causality, and like all of a sudden you Benjamin Button. It's just a mess. It's an absolute
It's
mess.
just a hot mess. You don't want kids to do that. That sounds really cool. I love it. Now, as you said, this is for all ages, and you talked about one thing you're doing at night with some parents tracks. Are there any of those that you'd really like to just hit some highlights on, or?
Sure. Yeah. So we've been running a series of panels called Parenting Tough Topics. They happen at 10 p.m. This year, we're doing one at 10 p.m. on Friday and one at 10
Mhm.
p.m. on Saturday. This year, we're doing a parenting panel all about how to be a good role model for your kids, how to be a good version of yourself, what that means. And then our other one,
Mm.
other parenting panel this year is So Your Kid Reads Fan Fiction. And it's going to be all about
Oh,
how to help your
oh,
child
mhm.
find age appropriate fan material and stay away from the stuff that is not age appropriate, and
Mhm.
share your interests and passions without putting them into positions where they're seeing stuff that is not age appropriate.
I'm so glad I don't have a small one now, because
A different world.
that safe browsing, and well, it's only 26 years. I mean, he had a smartphone. I don't know, middle school, high school, whatever. But still, I would hate to have to put safe browsing on everything. And yeah, I'm really happy that I don't have to have that on Netflix or Disney or Hulu, whatever you got. I'm just very glad I don't have to have that, because oh wow, how early do they start reading fan fiction now?
Well, to be clear, there's plenty of fan fiction out there that has absolutely no
Oh no, there
sexual or
is. Yeah,
adult content.
no,
So yeah,
absolutely.
so part of that panel is going through some of the popular sites and talking about their tagging system and sort of how to filter things and how to make sure that your kid has an account set up so that it is not just randomly discovering. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not savvy enough in that stuff to throw out a funny term that everybody would know as
No,
weird
it's all
tech
good.
stuff. So
Yeah. There is a lot of genfic that is wonderful and tells a great story. And, it's always great with kids, because you can say, look, you know the story, right? But some people like to take that story and make other stories that are a little different from it. And eat that up with a spoon, folks. It's just always great. So yeah, I think wow, that sounds really cool. And I I don't know, maybe I'll show up,
yeah,
because at
love
some
to have
point
you.
I will have grandchildren, and I'll be watching them with their little eyepieces that have the internet popping up on glasses or whatever. And I'll be like, no, 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 that's not a site your parents said you could go to, because I'll be able to somehow know what's going on in my own little eyepiece, so I can watch everybody in the house what they're doing on Wi-Fi.
That's very optimistic. I kind of expect the internet to become all bots and eat itself like a digital Ouroboros before that. But I like your
I'm,
vision of the future.
I'm kind of, I'm not sure we won't have
Oh,
both.
both. Why not both? Yeah.
Why not both? I
No
mean,
Chuck
just
Tingle for the
that'll be better.
kids. I no.
No,
I don't know. Does Chuck?
uh,
Maybe Chuck writes Jen stuff. I don't
no,
know.
Chuck
Is
does
it
not.
all the Pounded series?
No,
Is it all that?
no.
Not as familiar with his work.
Don't You don't want to
You don't
know
want to
Chuck
be
Tingle. If you look up Chuck Tingle,
ongoing.
it's on Amazon. Don't do that. It's just unnecessary. It's.
Hey, I don't
I
yuck
can't even
anybody's
call it
yum.
fan.
It's fine.
Yeah, right. Hey, if people love it, they love it, and this guy's making money, or gal. The person of Chuck Tingle, the author, is making money, so that's always good. Um, so I love this kind of idea. And then, are there any other things you want to make sure? Like, I do want to say one thing for people about the parade. If you're a little concerned that you don't want to be out there in that mush of people, the what was it called, mosh pits of people, which is not really what we have. It's just a big line. Uh, you can if you have decent, if you're in a host hotel, and even I think some of the overflows, you can get DCTV, or you can buy a digital membership and get DCTV, and you can have them watching in your room. Or there are also going to be other places that will have it going on too, and they can watch it there, so they don't feel like getting crushed. But John, you also want to say something about the parade and kids up front and stuff.
Oh yeah, I normally do at least
Yes.
once. We didn't have the parade on this year. Be there. All right. So
Not yet.
here's the deal. The be aware of what's going on around you. If you see a kid that can't see behind you because you've decided that you want to take up real estate right on the curb, uh, at least do the kid a favor and take a step back and let the kid get up front. It's one of my pet peeves about the parade. People that just sort of aren't aware that there are little kids that they can't see behind them, and that really want to. And part of the magic of the parade that they get to see all their favorite characters. A lot of them aren't going to be going to the con. A lot of them are just. I mean, their families make this an annual tradition. Nice thing that Dragon Con does, and it's just being nice. And also be aware of people that may be. Um, there are dedicated ADA locations,
Yes.
but also be aware in the event that, because it is mass chaos during the parade. There may be somebody behind you also that is um, in need of better eye line,
Yes.
and be aware of that. So so don't take up real estate. I know a lot of people get down there first thing in the morning, and the likelihood is that I'm not talking to the right people anyway when I'm saying this, because Dragon Con people are typically very generous spirit and
Mhm.
being aware of what's going on around them. And the people I need to speak to do not hear this. So, but
Right.
pass it
Unfortunately, but
on.
hey,
Slap someone across the head, I guess, is what I'm saying.
yeah, no, don't slap.
Resort to violence.
No,
Resort to all
no.
on. Well, wait, no, no.
Or
Yeah.
if you want to do the cheat code, if everybody adheres to that rule, you can grab a
Hmm.
kid off the sidewalk and say, "Oh, we got to get up to the front so that my child here can see," and then their parent will probably find them
Go pass it down
eventually.
again.
So that'll be fine.
The parent would what, Jonathan?
Yeah, no, it'll be fine. You use a kid, get up to the front, and they'll find their parent one way or the other, and then you've got a good
You got a
seat.
better seat.
Yeah,
That's really not a good
work
idea,
work
folks.
smarter, not harder.
I have never ever been called the voice of reason, but boy, oh boy, am I being called that right now. So yeah, don't do that. But yes, and do have fun. Do remember the parade has a long length, so you don't have to be right in front of the Hyatt to see the parade. You can be up and down and everywhere else. So it's a lot of places to go, a lot of places to see, and it's a lot of fun.
Also, if
And
you are not wanting to be out in the chaos
yes,
of the parade and you want to come do some arts and crafts, the kids track inside the Hyatt International Tower will be doing a arts and crafts activity from like 10 to noon
there you go.
today. So you have an alternative, or if you want to get done with the parade and come do some finger painting or something, come down.
There you go. Actually, sometimes I'd like to just come and do some finger painting just because I need to do finger painting, maybe as an adult. But I have the artistic talent of a drunk on tequila cat that's trying to run around the room.
Solidarity. Me too.
Yeah, I'm really good at that. Now, Jonathan, you said you're in the Hyatt, and I know you're in the International Tower. And a reminder, folks, if you come in the front door of the Hyatt, go directly to your right, follow that hallway, and you will see elevators over there along with escalators. So there you
Sometimes they
go.
work
Go
too.
that way.
Occasionally,
Occasionally.
Really?
they.
I thought
Yeah.
they
It's
usually
it's a
worked.
coin flip.
Oh,
Yeah, no, actually, those escalators are a little less traveled, so we're kind of out of the way.
hmm,
It might be a little bit harder to find us if you're just wandering around. The good news is, when children make a mad dash for the door and try to escape, they have very limited egress routes in terms of where they
yes,
can go before their parents or one of my volunteers catch them.
yes,
So it definitely is good.
yeah, and it's also near a potty.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a
Some of the
very
cleanest
near
bathrooms in
potty.
the con, actually. Hyatt
Yes, they
International
are.
Tower.
Weirdly enough,
Yeah,
Legitimate.
well,
Not even joking.
earlier, Sarah said that taking a kid and using them to get a better seat is called kidnapping. I would call it kid borrowing, but
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
you're not
yeah.
intentionally not going anywhere with them. You're just
Right.
helping them find a better seat.
It's a temporary
oh
relocation at
Lord,
best. Yeah.
oh
We
bless their hearts, Lord, for they know not what they talk about.
we
Oh,
do have a couple of other partners that are helping us out this year that I want to make sure that
Please, yeah.
kids know, or the families know about. One is Star Forest. They were sponsors of the track last year, and they are coming back. Star Forest is a really cool animated band that is all about it's kind of a cosmic theme, some really incredible music, and they've got they're debuting a animated short movie, and we'll be running that down in our track rooms, and they'll also be helping out with our kid-friendly dance on Sunday and doing a sing-along Monday morning for us.
Right.
They're wonderful people. Characters are
Be
really
great.
cool, and the music is good. So, highly recommend people check that out online and also at our track. Um,
Yes, I'm waiting.
and
Oh, there we go.
we've
Okay.
got I'm
I knew
old. It
you were
takes
looking for something.
no, it takes a minute. I let the clutch out at the wrong time. Engine stalls. I got to get the whole thing started again. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Yes.
You got to be patient with me. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we've got some uh, helpers who come every year. Some amazing artists. Davey Beauchamp is the track artist. He's been helping out Kids Track for before I was director, and is absolutely amazing. He does uh, a master's challenge art where they take a kind of a more famous work of art and sort of recreate it.
Mhm.
And Corinne Roberts, Mark Brought are also coming in to do art tutorials. Corinne's going to be there
That's
Friday
awesome.
morning, and Mark, who did some of the posters for the Harry Potter books, he's going to
Oh,
be coming on Sunday. And we've also got a John Armstrong, who is a really cool guest. He does a lot of stuff. He's a magician, and he does a lot of
oh,
stuff for other tracks, but he came and offered up his services to the Kids Track very generously last year and did a whole
oh,
tutorial
that's
for kids
awesome.
and families on how to learn a magic trick. And it was wonderful and well received, overflowing. We didn't have enough chairs. And so I'm very glad that he'll be coming back for that.
That's excellent. And remember, folks, we haven't talked about it a lot, but do remember to rate and review the tracks. You'll see it on the app. It'll say, "Do you want to rate this?" Don't do it until after the panel.
If you want to do all
Don't.
fives, like at the start,
Yeah,
whatever.
now that I wouldn't. Yeah, I wasn't going to argue that, but the directors, as we talked about on a couple of others of these, do love the comments and the ideas and the constructive criticism. And just FYI, I think that's great. So, yay! There
And
we
we
go.
do we go over I will let people know when I get the app feedback.
Hmm.
I do I've got my volunteers are really awesome. The majority of them are coming back year over year, and they meet with me in the off season to help design things and set up the track well ahead of time. And
Hmm.
one of our team building exercises at typically the start of the year is going through every single piece of feedback, reading through all of it and talking about it and talking about what we're going to do different or do better or keep on doing based on that,
Hmm.
on the feedback. So please, yeah, absolutely.
That's really important. And you also heard Jonathan talk about schedule Tetris, which is what happens about 10 days before con. It can even sometimes still happen 2 days before con or even the day of.
Don't put that evil on
But
me.
I'm sorry, that's not on you. That won't happen to you.
No,
That will not happen to Kids Track.
I
I
appreciate that.
promise, as I cross my fingers. But what happens is things have to be moved, and these dates and times are always tentative. So be prepared. Watch the app, watch the Twitter, the Daily Dragon, everything else. Watch for those because they'll be updated. And there's also the late night show, which is Dragon Con, which starts at I think 8:30 or 9 a.m. I'm sorry, I'm probably getting it wrong, but they'll be up at that point. So if you can just listen, sometimes they'll tell you something that's really big that got moved around or got to a bigger room or changed or moved or whatever. Who knows, right? But keep up with it. The pretty much they are going to make those things in the app. They're going to update them in there so you'll see them. Just be prepared to watch too. Um, and that's really great too. And also the good news about being where you are in the Hyatt is that you're also near the Marriott. I know it doesn't sound like they're near, but they are.
Yeah.
Because you got puppetry over there, they got Star Wars, they got young adult lit, there's something else I'm forgetting. Because I see one, two, I have no idea. But they're there. Go see them. It'll be
Also,
great.
the puppetry track. So there's the Splendid Teapot Racing. The robotics
Yes.
track is now doing a kid focused version, and
Yes.
will be, I believe, kids track. We donated some volunteers last year. I think we're going to be doing that again. And yeah, puppetry puts on some really awesome programming for kids and families for sure.
And we already talked about the character experience. Love that it's in bigger room. Love that it's longer. But folks, also, for those of us that are not probably listening to this who need to hear it, just like John Boutel just said, uh, when that kid sees Spider-Man, that's Spider-Man. Okay? They're going to run up. And if you're trying to get a picture with Spider-Man, you never know what might happen. Because the parents have tried and tried and tried to keep that little hand, but sometimes they'll lick it. And all of a sudden it's slimy and they'll pop out. So, be nice
kind of
about
kid did you
kids
have?
if they jump in front of
We're,
people. What?
we things have headed in an interesting direction. I'm curious to hear more about this.
Yeah, what?
Or-
Kids licking people or biting them to let go? That would be my sister and me when I was supposed to hold her hand 40 plus years ago. My
So much
sister
is
would
coming into
lick.
focus now.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, no, yeah, we're not going to go into that. That is a whole 2 years of therapy that just went into why can she bite me and I can't bite her? Well, because you're 10 years apart. And I don't understand if she can bite me like. But we all, yes, and no, red nerd, we cannot all lick people now. That would be wrong.
Not without
It would
consent,
be very, very wrong. That's consent.
right?
There's
Consent.
probably going to be many times you can talk about that. And, when you go to the Dragon Con parties or anything else, that's again consent, but it'll be late at night.
I do. I was almost remiss. I
Uh-oh.
forgot to talk about a brand new partner for this year that I absolutely
Ooh.
want to make sure to let people know about.
Yay.
The Children's Museum of Atlanta
Oh, yeah.
is going to be putting on a science extravaganza. Kids are going to be grouped up and they're going to be acting out molecular movement and changes
That
or little
sounds adorable.
reactions that are also going to be demonstrated up at the front of the room. I've heard that it is amazing. Of course, I believe them. I love the Children's Museum of Atlanta. So highly recommend that folks also check that out. That'll be down in our track rooms as well.
And again, if you're not trying to stay all day at Dragon Con, which Dragon Con wants you to do, but there is the Children's Museum of Atlanta. Basically, if you go down to those fountains, it's a diagonal from the fountains to the Children's Museum. It's right there on a corner. That word.
And
Yeah.
they run their own little it's not quite a convention, but they kind of model it after that during DragonCon.
Mhm.
Yeah. They have like a whole thing.
So they have.
It's amazing.
It's awesome. Yeah, just like the Center for Puppetry Arts, they always have cool stuff. And I will always say, if you're coming early, look at that and see if there's something going on. It used to be Thursdays or Wednesdays that they did 2 hours of kids making their own stuff. It was a little kids workshop. So it's a lot
Kids
of fun.
Track won't get jealous. We're happy to share.
Kids Track will not
Find
get
your joy.
jealous because, there's a huge difference between being in a room of maybe 40 people and then being in a convention of 50K plus. So sometimes you need to pull that little bit of sensory down. If for no one else, possibly other than the parents. But yeah, so you got that. Okay. Jonathan, again, tell us where you are in the Hyatt and where you may be on the interwebs.
So at the convention, we're going to be in the Hyatt International Tower.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to the elevators or the escalators toward the International Tower, if you come in the Hyatt, go down 3 floors. That's where we're at. We're in Spring, Roswell, and Techwood are the names of the rooms.
Okay.
Um, in terms of the interwebs, there is a Dragon Con Kids Track Facebook group. My wonderful second, Allie Morris, who would typically be running that show and does an amazing job, is off making a human being and having a child or something. Very bitter about her betrayal. Will not be with us this year. She is very good at the social medias. I am less active, and so it's probably been less active as well. But you can come to that Facebook group. You can check it out. We will also probably be posting some pictures and whatnot on Instagram, and I think that's kind of the extent of our social media. We keep it chill. Yeah, we keep it
chill. That's all good. That's all good. They're gonna have a great time though. Kids Track. I've never heard anybody who went to Kids Track and didn't love what they were doing. So
we don't let them leave if they're not having a good time.
If you're not, no, they'll pull out more Play-Doh or maybe think. No, I'm joking. They're not going to pull out Play-Doh in the middle of a panel, folks. That's not about Play-Doh. So don't ask Jonathan and say Leigh said that, because Leigh was making a joke and Jonathan's on the podcast. I got something on my back. Okay, so there we go. John Boutel. See, I got a John and a Jonathan. I can't believe I have not messed them up repeatedly. You ready to play some Jackbox?
Yeah, I think we.
It is. Yep. Awesome. That will be fun, and we will get this, which will be great.
Can you, Jonathan? Do you see the in the chat there down at the bottom? You should have code.
Yep.
I'm in. Okay, and what are we playing, John?
We're going to play high-low.
Go down to the bottom of your screen where you see like the microphone.
Oh, .tv. Okay.
Yep.
I was looking for the. I was on the wrong
side.
I was on .com.
So I
was trying to sell me Jackbox instead of letting me.
Yeah.
Play.
Here we will, of course. All right, so WXKY is the code again. Only useful if you happen to be watching us live right now. For any of you listen, it's of no use at all. Brandon's in, Chris is in, Mighty Bill's in, Rachel.
Oh, and just want to say something. As John is getting all this together and we're getting the final people in, remember there is a Publix within walking distance, there is a CVS within walking distance, and of course there's DoorDash or whichever one does delivery for food, all of the different ones. So if you need some snacks for your kids and you don't want to pack them all, you can go and get some. It's all great. And the Publix it does not jack up its prices just because it's downtown. It's still Publix. So that's always good. And it's CVS. CVS doesn't do that.
And nice. And those of us that live in Florida versus Georgia, the interesting thing about the Publix in Georgia is that your BOGOs, you can buy them individually. Florida, you have to buy them together. So Georgia,
you only have to buy one.
Publix, you have one.
Mm-hmm.
Sure you guys can hear.
No.
Well, you know why?
Why?
Now. Oh, wait, no. But now.
But I can hear it, yes.
Now you can. All right, we're going to go ahead and start.
Three hand-picked categories.
All right, everyone.
What do you find intriguing?
Pick a topic. I have a dozen. Desirable pocket contents are found on the roof. Which one do you want to answer about? Boat?
Always Brandon.
Those are pretty cool topics. It's a thought. Or his Jackbox states I'm like-minded one time.
Very well.
All right. Pocket nouns. What is a noun you wish you had in your pocket right now? 330 answers. Okay.
Time to guess the best and worst of the list.
Okay, now you're guessing the most popular answer. Desirable gift content.
Remember,
A noun.
guesses should be one word only.
Apparently, guesses should be word only. Oh, and PG-13. PG-13.
And PG-13.
All answers
Maybe
are in.
maybe too late to answer.
First, we
Say
have
I should have told me that a little sooner.
the very top of the list.
5 people picked money, and it was of course the top.
Lovely.
Chris is doing a little Lennox Morissette with a hand in the pocket, and gum was number 5. Hand was down like a chapstick with 12. Lee said candy. That's at number 6. All right. Now, unfortunately, because all of you people answered the same thing, you get less points for that because.
Ah, I see.
So now the next popular answer. Next popular answer. What you like to have in your pocket right now? Now. Not an adverb. Don't put an adverb in your pocket. It has to be a noun. And what's up?
All
Told you.
answers
Told you the
received.
clutch goes out sometimes.
Let's see how you did.
Wallet. Brandon. Number 4. Keys. Uh-oh.
Too much groupthink.
4 people, yep.
Good thing.
It was number 3, though. It was number 3 on the list. Snacks was number 16. Mighty Bill put lighter. There's number 18, which is just above the hand. Glasses. Lee said glasses at 28. Gabe said food at 7. We still don't have number 2 on the list.
I can't wait to see what number
Gabe
2
is-
is. Looking at the other.
Yeah. Now you're gonna pick the worst. Worst answers. Worst answers. Matching answers will divide points. But the worst answer. What don't you want in your pocket right now, but someone would have answered on the survey? Taco.
It's
Is
one.
something you might not want in your. I mean, you might want it
John,
in
you
your
know
pocket.
that's gonna be on there.
What's that?
That's gonna be on there, tacos. You know it's gonna not be on there.
Chimichangas will.
Oh, burritos.
A quesadilla. Quesadilla in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I've got all your answers. Let's see what happened. I like it.
Fire.
There.
Fire was on the
Not
list.
horrible.
At 88.
Oh no.
Rachel and Jonathan said rat. How do
Moving
you
on.
match
Rats
up
are too
worst?
cute. People like them too much.
Oh my.
Oh, cats is 15. Oh, kitten. Ticket is at 36. Now remember you want the worst.
Looking good.
Bill.
Oh, Bill, that's a good
as
one.
in, was 101. Lynch.
Uh-oh.
10. And let's. Brandon is currently in the lead with Gabe in second. Pick another unpopular answer. Popular? I'm actually. What I don't get is how 2 people answered rat.
Right, that's it. That's the obvious answer.
Well, I mean, you don't want it. Yeah, it's unpopular, but not only did 2 people here get it, but other people put rat as a thing in your pocket.
Yeah, anybody who doesn't pick rats kind of weird. For sure. If you're not thinking rat, what's wrong with you, really?
Really.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I didn't think anybody would want a kitten in their pocket either, or a cat / kitten.
see.
That would hurt. That would hurt.
But a cat small enough to fit in your pocket is inherently uber cute. So like, that's the problem.
It's true, but God made kittens so they look adorable, but have razors for feet. They're cute and adorable, with kittens have razors for feet.
You have to suffer for the things you love.
That is true. You're right. Why was I even thinking of it?
Wait, no, Jonathan.
Oh, I hit the thing. Oh, very sorry. I hit the thing and it.
Unpopular.
Time's almost up.
You agree with me? That's statistically impossible that so many people would answer rat. Uh-oh, Jonathan.
All answers received.
Get in.
How did it play out?
Maybe-
Gabe
Promising.
said frog.
All the stuff I put wasn't on the list.
Ah,
Okay, 79.
Well.
Sand. 2 people pick sand. That was it.
I like it.
Water in your pocket. Whoa! 283. Really good, boys.
Oh dear.
Blue. Blue is 112. Hot dog. There's only 2 slots down from blue. People would rather have blue in their pocket than a hot dog. A booger.
That's not great.
Screwdriver at 92. Jonathan.
If you're not first, you're last.
Which
So
do
we're
you
all
think
tied
is
except
ranked
for-
higher on the list?
What would you like to
Choose
have?
now.
Come on, we gotta know what number 2 is, right? We got a choice between puppy and phone. Which do you think is more popular on our list, puppy or phone? Well, I mean, in life, I know which one. But in reality, life and reality
I
are
mean,
not the
in
same thing.
life, phones
Two very
are-
separate things.
can people live without a phone anymore in your pocket? I mean, you were saying like what would be more popular, but
Actually,
I mean,
there
phones are cute.
I know from our perspective. That's
Yes.
weird. We're waiting on there are billions of people who live without phones in their pockets every day. So,
And how did it play out?
oh, surprise, surprise! Everyone picked phone. Which is 14. Oh, puppy was 14. I thought it was stopping. I thought it was stopping at 14. Puppy was popular. Okay.
Phone is 2, y'all.
Phone is number 2. All we're missing
Finally,
is
let's see the full
8,
top
9.
10.
Was coins and pen.
Show me our final scores.
Oh,
Pretty sure Brandon.
Brandon won.
Good job, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon. Yay! And thank you, Jonathan, for playing. Yay! That was awesome.
I'm just here to make everybody else look good.
Well, there you did a great. You did an excellent job at that.
Well, no, actually, you look very good because your beard is darker than John Boutel's. See, there you go. You have a white beard, white and gray.
Yeah, but we
Well,
learned
yeah,
like
brown.
Gandalf the White is way more powerful than the gray. So I think he's John's got it locked up.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
Red Nerd says, "Good game, everyone. I'd love to have you all in my pocket." Oh, that's very nice, Red Nerd, and also, creepy.
A little weird.
Oh, just wait, maybe not.
Somebody once said that I was pocket sized, which I did not think was appropriate. But
It wasn't on the list. Everyone kept typing it, but it was not on the list. So, all
thank
right.
goodness.
Well, Jonathan, thank you again for joining us. I love that we were on the same wave. That was a Jedi variant, so on the same wavelength with a rat. Thank you again for joining us. It has been a pleasure, and again, I haven't said this enough to all the other directors, but thank you for the time that you put into this. It's
you.
I know you enjoy it, but it's also, you guys bring so much and spend so much of your energy, time, and your con making everyone else.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and absolutely, I'm dedicated to helping families really enjoy the con and get a lot out of it. And my staff are amazing. The volunteers are absolutely incredible, and they have the same
Yay!
mission. So I appreciate y'all helping me spread the word, and I'm so glad to have been on with you.
And
It
thank
was
you.
wonderful.
And-
We're so glad you were here.
And just hang out for a bit afterwards. We'll get back. And until next time, for Jonathan and Leigh, this is Jonathan, but John, saying peace.
Bye.
This was a production of The Unique Geek. Call our comment line at 8133210TUG. That's 81332108884. Email us at thegeeks@theuniquegeek.com or 50days@theuniquegeek.com. Follow The Unique Geek on Facebook and Twitter. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike license.
Bye. Bye.
And y'all, all those people that are coming as characters, they're doing that on their own too. So we thank them all for having a great time at con and sharing that joy too with a lot of people. Bye.
Okay.